My name is Stana Katic, and I'm playing Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter, in Batman Arkham City. It's different voicing a character versus actually acting or performing a character on screen because the only tool that you have to access is your voice. I mean, that sounds like, oh, duh, it's given. But as an actor, I think I'm used to communicating so much through my physicality and a connection with another actor on set, and then also engaging with the stage pieces. And it's really neat to kind of dissect at least for me, to dissect my voice to the point of saying, okay, that really communicates exactly the tone that we wanted it to communicate in that story point. And then we're not filming it opposite another actor, so I'm not interacting directly with the other actor. It's kind of like line by line by line, and you know exactly what story point you want to have out of each line. So it's a little bit different because it's not like a spontaneous kind of interactive thing. It's really focused on the voice and the voice quality, and making sure that all the story points are hit within that one note, I guess. It feels more like singing than it does like acting, you know? It feels like singing with emotion. I think Talia is really interesting because she skirts the line between good and bad, and I love her being this wonderful wild card where you're not sure if, as a player, if she's completely aligned with the bad guys or the good guys. And it's really neat to play a character who's a woman, who's super strong, not just physically, but mentally as well. I mean, she's the daughter of the biggest mafia overlord on the planet, essentially, right? So she has to be ballsy. And then at the same time, she has this dichotomy in that, you know, she's sexy and she's vulnerable, and there are some things that can pull at her heartstrings that she will fight for that suggest that she's more than just like a cold assassin. She's got something that she's willing to risk her life for. Batman, of course, you know, I've grown up to a certain extent with that story. I mean, George Clooney, Michael Keaton playing it in the films, Christian Bale now, and then of course there's a whole history of comic books from way before I was born, and it's really nice. And even working with Frank Miller, who redeveloped Batman. That was really cool to be able to hear his story about making the new version of Batman and giving him this really dark edge. So to be able to kind of fall in line with that fabulous legacy, I mean, of course, it's super fun. I've always wanted to play a superhero or some kind of extraordinary physical female character, and I think Talia fits the bill. So it's been really neat, and I love that she's not a good girl. I love that, and I love that she's not all the way bad either. She just rides this really sexy line right in between, you know? It's cool. I felt like Talia, based on the history that I read, has this kind of nebulous Persian, Arabic, European kind of upbringing. What I understand is that she lived with her father, traveled, grew up in this community of assassins, and so I felt that she would have something that was very international, a real international flavor. I think she can hold her own, and that she's a strong woman, so there's a bit of that brought into it. And also she's sexy, you know, she's female, she's like a leopard, right? And so having that kind of element also brought into it, I thought was really important. And of course that's a part of the storyline, which is really great. So in that way, I just read some of the background history on the character and on her relationship with her father, on her relationship with Batman, and eventually what it would become also with Batman, and tried to bring in touches of that here and there. So what was great about playing Talia is that I can never tell where her loyalties lie, and I think that's really cool. Like, you don't always have a gray character like Talia, where is she with the dark side? Is she with, you know, Raj's side, or is she with Batman, the good guys? And I think the whole series, just based on what I just saw, the whole series is kind of like living in this crazy, like, dark gray world where you don't really know who's really a good guy anyway, you know what I I mean, or who's really, really a bad guy anyway. It feels like it's got a really fantastic, gritty flavor to it. Yeah, I just saw the model of what Talia looks like, and she's like, she's, you know, super fit, right? Voluptuous. She's got extra this, a little bit of extra that, teeny tiny there. Yeah, she's pretty much the ideal brunette chick, you know?